Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our new video with this kind of literature poetry. Today we're going to have poetry which is called If Poem. One of my favorite, by the way. I'll be with you inshallah, Mr. Waleed Abdul Majid. This poem was written by Rudyard Kipling. He was born in India in 1865. He was educated in England, by the way, and worked as a journalist. He first wrote short stories, novels. بعد كده he wrote many books and a lot of verse. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1707 and he died in 1936. He was awarded a Nobel Prize for Literature in 1907 and died in 1936. This poem is about four stanzas in which a father is advising his son and teaching him how to face life, which full of good and evil, success and failure, fortune and misfortune. By the way, before we start, I want you to focus on this poem as a part of your life, not only to succeed in your exam, but please think about it as you are advised by your parents, or even if you are a parent, to advise your son. Thank you. The first stanza says, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not to be tired of waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor walk too wise. جميلة جدا وهنترجم مع بعض دلوقتي ونقرا البارافريزنج سوا. Let's paraphrase stanza 1. In the first two lines, the father is asking his son always to be calm, بيوصيه بالهداية, never to lose his temper, even when people around him are getting nervous and losing control over themselves. ان انت حتى لو الناس اتعصبت حاول تبقى انت هادي. Son should have faith and confidence in himself, even when all men around him are mistrusting him. خلي عندك ثقة بنفسك. Son should execute their losing faith in him. إنك تلتمس للناس أعذار. Son is requested to have patience and not to get excited so quickly. He should listen to others' criticism, even if it's not true. استمع لنصائح الناس حتى لو غلط. Son must be honest. He shouldn't lie to people when they lie to him. بنوصيك مش لازم اللي يكذب عليك تكذب انت عليه. Son should be forgiving انك متسامح. He shouldn't hate those who hate him. مش كل اللي يكرهك تكرهه. He should be wise, modest, and not to be very proud of himself. Let's go to the figures of speech. In the first stanza we have here contrast. Keep your head, losing theirs. Keep and lose. دول contrast يا جماعة. Lie about, don't deal in lies. يبقى دول هما الفيجرز الموجودين بس عندنا في stanza 1. Stanza 2. If you can. If you can dream and not make dreams your master. If you can. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap of fools. or watch the things you gave your life to be broken and stoop and build them up with worn out of tools. Paraphrasing stanza 2. Son is requested to be realistic. خلي عندك واقعية and not to live in dreamy world. You should act rather than just sit there thinking and dreaming. تقعدش كده ساكت. لا خلي في حركة. You shouldn't build castles in the air. الأحلام بتتحقق بإيه؟ بالعمل. Son should be flexible to deal with success and failure just the same. وقت نجاحك وقت فشلك تتعامل معاهم بنفس الحكمة. Success shouldn't turn his head and failure shouldn't make him desperate. الفرح الزيادة قوي مرفوض والحزن الزيادة قوي مرفوض. Son is asked to bear bravely the wicked people who might change his words just to fool and deceive him. لازم يكون عندك شجاعة وتتحمل الناس اللي بيلونوا وبيلووا الكلام. Son should never give in. When he fails, اوعى تستسلم. He should never be discouraged. He shouldn't cry over spilled milk. He should pull up himself together وتشد نفسك كده and try again and again even with the least of means بأقل الوسائل. Figures of speech for stanza 2. We're going to start with the contrast. Triumph and disaster. النجاح والمصائب. Truth imposters. دول عكس بعض. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. Here we have a metaphor. A metaphor to compare something with another something. The poet compared thoughts to a target at which you can shoot. هنا بيمثل ان الايه بيشبه ان الثوتس الافكار كانها تارجت بنشوط عليها فبنسميها هنا دي ميتافور يا جماعه. Number 2. If you can meet with triumph and disaster. طب meet ان انت بتقابل نجاحك لا فده اسمه هنا personification. يعني مثلا the poet personifies triumph as someone you can meet. طب انا قلتها بطريقه غير المكتوبه مش اشكال. Triumph and disaster are personified as human beings that we meet. قولها بالطريقه اللي تعجبك. 3. And treat those two impostors just the same. Okay? هو احنا بنتعامل مع المصايب؟ لا ده هنا personification. The poet imagined triumph and disaster as whom we can deal with. ان دول حاجات بنتعامل معاهم. Number 4. Number 4 says, if you bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. Here we have a metaphor. ليه؟ عمل ايه البويت هنا يا جماعة؟ The poet imagined that the truth is something that can be twisted and reshaped to make a trap. Imagination هنا بتاع البويت ان ال truth is something. The truth something بيحصل فيها ايه؟ Twisted, reshaped. Okay? To make a trap. Number 5. Or watch the things you have. You gave your life to be broken. طيب هنا برضو هنقول بيتكلم عن aims. مالها؟ هنا metaphor. The poet imagines the aims of life as something that can be broken. انت هتقولها بالطريقة اللي انت عايزها. بس أهم حاجة انك تقول لي poet compares something to something. Compares the aims of life as something that can be broken. And stoop and build them up with worn out tools. دي number 6. برضو the poet imagine هنا ان ال aim something برضو بس المرة دي can be built. If number 5 can be broken, if number 6 can be built with tools. يعتبروا نفس الايه نفس الفكرة. Wait for me for stanza 3 and 4. I'll be with you inshallah. Goodbye for now. Thank you.